Welcome to Galway on the dreamy west coast of Ireland. It's our first time here and we're excited for this Irish adventure to continue. We began with a whirlwind 24 hours exploring Dublin, and then took an easy bus trip to Galway where we immediately set out on a sunset e-bike tour to get the lay of the land. We'll link that video in the description box. We're teaming up with our friends at Lally Tours for this Ireland series, and we're excited to share it all. Your support means everything to us, so please subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up. We're starting the morning in Galway picking up scones and coffee, freshly baked and brewed. Something tells me this will become a favorite ritual during our stay here. It is a beautiful blue sky,
gorgeous,
sunny morning here in Galway. Absolutely perfect for our excursion out into the countryside.
Sure is. And every single person that we spoke to in Ireland is like, get yourself to Connemara.
Absolutely true.
That is what we're gonna do.
We do what we're told. Let's go. We're back on the bus for another big day of exploring the Connemara, a region of Ireland known for its spectacular natural beauty. Our first stop is Aughnanure Castle, which once belonged to the powerful O'Flaherty family. They ruled the region of West Connacht for 3 centuries from the 6-story tower. Tower houses were the stylish, fortified residences of affluent, land-owning families during the 15th and 16th centuries. We're in the main chieftain's hall of the castle, and from this balcony you get a really nice up-close view of this gorgeous wooden ceiling. And when this castle was first in use, they would have had a fire in the middle of the floor here with a hole cut out in the ceiling for all the smoke. But that became unfashionable after a while, and so they moved the fireplace over to the side on the wall. And you can still see the original limestone of the mantle. The top part was removed by some invaders at some point, but the part around the sides is original. And actually, on the other side of this room, there's also a little secret chamber, and there's some debate as to what that secret chamber was used for. Partially, it was used as a toilet for visiting guests and dignitaries, and if you look down, there's a room that we think was used as a jail. Personally, my favorite part of this hall is the floor, and that's because if you look down, you can see fossils that are millions upon millions of years old. And if you look around the castle, you can spot those fossils in different places, and it's just incredible, the layers upon layers of history here. Spiral staircases were built in a very strategic way, and as they ascend, they go clockwise, and that is to give defenders of the castle a strategic advantage so that people who use their right hand to swing a sword would be at an advantage fighting against the invaders. It's hard to imagine now the skill that that must have taken.
Ah, don't shoot.
What an absolute dream come true to visit a castle in Ireland and learn so much about the layers of history inside, outside, all of the incredible fortifications. And I must say, visiting now is definitely a different experience to what it would have been arriving around 1490 when this castle was first built, and learning all about the different strategies that they had for defending the castle, get rocks thrown at you, maybe a musket or an arrow through the murder hole if you were lucky enough to make it past the first door. Then you got to 3 more doors, and as you were thinking about which door you might go through next, you might look up and see someone with a bow and arrow pointed straight at you through the murder hole right above your head. So it's really fascinating to learn all of these ways that they had of keeping the castle safe and how they lived inside its walls. A short strook up the road, we stop at a famous old stone bridge that has a claim to Hollywood fame. This is a bridge where John Wayne filmed a very famous scene in the movie The Quiet Man back in 1952, and sat right on this bridge, the gorgeous view of the mountains behind, and it's absolutely beautiful. sunny, peaceful day to sit here and have a John Wayne moment myself. Who are you, John Wayne?
Yeah, trying to be. I'm not very quiet though.
Not a quiet man.
A loud man.
Continuing along on this magnificent drive through the Connemara, we make a short pit stop to soak in some breathtaking views. Mountains, lake, nothing but the sound of the water, rocks, sheep. I think we found heaven. There's a place here we've pulled over at where a farmer has put out a little honesty box where you can put in €1, get some feed to feed the sheep. And I just heard someone say it was the best euro they've ever spent. Oh, Mark, you have such a way with the animals.
I guess I'm not a sheep whisperer.
They just respond so well.
Total rejection. We'll try again with the cows.
Making a brief stop along this stunning stretch of road in the town of Leenane, we head into Hamilton's Bar to try some of the local seafood. We're in Leenane, Connemara, and on our way in, we saw in the water where they catch mussels, so I don't think it can get much fresher than this. So of course, for lunch, we are ordering mussels. To be exact, they are Killary mussels with a side of chips. We also got the Connemara open smoked salmon, which comes on homemade brown bread with pickled cucumber and mixed leaves. Mark got a pint of Guinness Zero, and I have this adorable bottle of lemon Fanta. Tell me in the comments if you agree that this just tastes so much better out of a little glass bottle. With bellies full, we make our way to Joyce Country Sheepdogs to meet some adorable furry friends. We're going to see something I have never seen before, a sheepdog demonstration. I cannot wait to see. Driving around, we've noticed so many sheep all over. I'm really excited to see these incredible working dogs and how they round up the sheep. At the farm, we meet Joe Joyce, a third-generation sheep farmer whose border collies appeared in the 2008 film Marley Me, starring Jennifer Aniston and Owen Wilson.
They'll start to fight a little bit and also they'll start shaking. Good doggy.
Yes.
Joe's devoted dogs absolutely live for herding sheep and put on an unbelievable show, running from one point to another along the steep sides of the Connemara Hills, demonstrating their exceptionally high intelligence and stamina. We feel tired just watching them work, but they are absolutely in their element because this is what they are born and bred to do.
Stand there. Sweep. Thank you. Walk slowly. Walk on. Good boy. Take your time now. Good boy. Walk on. Good boy.
That was absolutely incredible.
I love that.
Total highlight. I've never seen anything like that. We absolutely adore dogs.
I could watch that
Full
all
stop.
day.
And then seeing this dog who's so incredibly smart and skilled and full of energy, running up and down the mountain and moving these sheep every which way, splitting the sheep, putting them back together. It's absolutely mind-blowing.
These dogs are living their best lives.
And meeting Joe, who is the owner here, who loves these dogs and is just such a wonderful person for sharing how these dogs work the sheep. One of the coolest things ever.
Definitely a highlight.
Yeah. In the nearby town of Cong is the Pat Cohan Bar, which fans of The Quiet Man will recognize from the Oscar-winning film. It looks now as it does in the film, but it was originally a shop that director John Ford converted into what we see on the silver screen. We're in the very charming village of Cong. This is another place where they filmed The Quiet Man back in the 1950s, and there's a statue here of John Wayne holding his co-star Maureen O'Hara. Cong is also where you find Cong Abbey. There was a monastery here dating back to about the 7th century, and now they have the ruins here of Cong Abbey. These date back to about the 13th century, and they are so well preserved, and there are so many magnificent details to see as you walk around. And with that, another day on the west coast of Ireland comes to a close. We hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. This is the Connemara Sheepdog Show and Medieval Castle full-day tour from our friends at Lally Tours, which we'll link in the description box below. We've done plenty more exploring around Galway and Dublin, so check out that video to see how this Irish adventure began. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and make sure to subscribe to our channel for lots more travel adventures. We always love seeing your comments, so please say hello and let us know which of these places you'd most like to visit. We also make lots more content over on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, so be sure to follow us over there as well. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in our next video where we experience the incredible charm of the stunning Aran Islands.